Hey, how you doing today? My name's Steph if you're new here, and I vlog about mental health issues, my battles along the way, and the things that I have found to overcome the struggles. Today I wanted to talk about using tarot as a form of self-reflection. I know that a lot of people think tarot is specifically for maybe fortune telling or connecting with spirit or all the woo woo that I know not everyone is into. I am into the woo, but I'm also someone that's very interested in psychology and self care, self mastery, and I think tarot is a wonderful, wonderful tool to use to self reflect and discover what's going on inside your subconscious. Um, so, if you're brand new to tarot, you would probably need to learn how to read tarot. I do a lot of intuiting on the cards, looking at the imagery and see what comes to me, but it's still really helpful to know the, for lack of a better term or phrase, textbook definition of each card. Of course, mainly the cards I use are the Rider-Waite, or they're based on that system. But I wanted to show you my favorite cards, and I'll show you a couple books that I have that helped me to read tarot. I also did just go to Google a lot and pull stuff up. There's a lot of information online. Even though I really do love my books, I love turning to my books. And I also I learn just by watching like collective readings on YouTube or TikTok or whatever your favorite platform is. Um, you start to pick up things. You see certain cards enough. No, that's not the best way to learn, but and I will say when you're watching collective readings, view it as learning aids when you're watching them instead of this is information you're going through, because even if there actually are reading energy in the collective, it's going to be broad because it's a collective reading. It's a lot of people. But back to the psychology of it. I do a lot of shadow work with tarot, and I am creating my own little shadow work spread, like different spreads. Yeah, just the different things I've done over the past few years. You ask specific questions and get answers. So I guess it's not, as far as self-reflection, it's, if you know anything about tarot at all, you usually go in with a question. There's always some sort of inquiry. It's not just, yes, you can do general readings and whatever you get is what you get. But typically there's a question. And with self-reflection, you're going to have a question or a few questions. Today I'm going to share the cards that I love, that work best for me. I would really love to come up with create a video that will show you exactly how to read the cards, the questions I ask, the spreads, how they're set up. But that's not what I have planned today. We're keeping it pretty general, and I'm just sharing the cards, why they work for me and why they might work for you. First and foremost, let me say one of my favorite decks, and I have used it the most. Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. It is beautiful, and I've worn mine out. Let me show you some of the cards. Here we have the Hermit, which in itself is about a journey within. We have the Magician here. We have, this was upside down, but it's the Eight of Cups. The Knight of Wands. I mean, just look at the art. I just absolutely love it. And we'll end here with the Ace of Cups. So when you're pulling these, when you have questions, you're gonna look at the imagery on the card. When you intuit it, I don't know, is that picking that up? Are you focusing, or are you trying to focus on my face? Yeah. You're going to, like, what's speaking to you most? Is it the lantern he's holding? And of course, the lantern to me is about a journey through the darkness in the depths of your psyche. It could also be your own light, following your own light. Of course, it's the Hermit, so there's solitude in that card. Not going too very deep. I love the moon card in this one. It's beautiful. So the moon, I've always looked at the moon as something very magical and positive. There can be like very negative, like fear. Fear is something, secrets. Well, I've always associated secrets because I used to look up the moon and be like, she holds secrets that she can't tell me. Your subconscious, but to me it's very dreamy. I love the moon, so for me, when I see it, it's more of a positive card. You're of course gonna consider the rest of the cards that come out in your spread as to how you read each card, because you're gonna read it like a story. Or that's how I tend to do it anyway, is read it like a story. But that is one of my most favorites. I love the art on it. To me, the imagery on the cards are important. If you don't resonate with the energy, if you don't resonate with the imagery, you're going to have a hard time intuiting. You might be able to read it as far as knowing what each card means, but for me it's important to see what stands out to me most in the image that day, and it's going to be different on different days. You will have, especially if you keep pulling the same card in a very small time frame, it's likely that the same imagery will keep, popping out to you or pulling you in. But say you pull that card and then a year later, you pull that card. Say it's been a really long time since you pulled that card. A year later, that card may speak to you in a totally different way. So there's been times that I'll notice something on a card that I never noticed, and maybe I even saw that card a lot. But anyways, that's one of my everyday. For me, it's not too deep, but it's not too light. A very lighthearted deck that I really want to focus on self-love and being gentle with myself, because I can be too hard on myself, is this little cat tarot deck. It is so cute. It is so very, very cute. I looked up and saw 11:11 on the timer. Since I edit the video, it probably will not say that on your end, but it said 11:11. I love seeing 11:11. I love synchronicities. Oh, look at the High Priestess. Oh my goodness. See, it is so beautiful. I love, and so very cute. And see, even in this one, the devil is a dog. It's adorable, and I have a different view on the devil than most people. So, well, my goodness, it's all major arcana that I keep pulling out. The Chariot. But look at how cute these cards are. And I think you can see why, to me, this would be a more light-hearted. I need to be gentle with myself. Again, I'm right open to major arcana. The major arcana, by the way, there's 22. It goes from 0 to 21, the way they're numbered. It starts with the Fool, and it ends with the World, sometimes called the Universe. I keep flipping it open to hi, the Hermit again, and I look. He's in a little bag. It is so cute. I love this so much. Oh, by the way, I will put a link to all these down in the description below if you're interested. And oh, what is it? Is this the Wands? That's Pentacles. They're labeling. You have suits. You have Cups, Pentacles, sometimes called Coins, Wands, and Swords. The Cups are emotions, or water, creativity, intuition. The swords is the is air, the intellect, the mind, thought processes. I'm trying to see. It's like the way this one is. I don't know if this is Wands. Is it 9? It's 10. No, it's 10. It's either 10 of Wands or 10 of Swords, and both are an ending of sorts. 10 of Swords, it's usually 10 swords stabbed in the back. That could be like betrayal, difficult ending. Just for instance, it could be a lot of things, but and the 10 of Wands is usually carrying like a stack of 10 wands on its back, his back, like carrying a very heavy load, being very burdened, burnout. But I don't. Some are obvious. I think that the swords. This is 5 of Swords, which is conflict. I think that's 5 of Swords because usually in the regular one you have someone facing with swords and you have 2 people walking away. That's, like your need to always be right, and not for your own good. I always view that one as conflict. And verbal arguments, miscommunications, and having to have your own way is another thing. The Pentacles of Coins is the physicality, your job, career, even your physical health. And what's one I haven't spoken of yet? The Wands. The Wands is the element of fire, and that's your will and your will, your willpower, your spark, your inspiration, motivation, your like life force, your driving life force. But yeah, you see why this is a really gentle deck for me. I love the High Priestess. She's so pretty. Oh, Strength was underneath her. That's cute. Little mousy. under his feet. Yeah, so this is for me. It can be different for everybody. I mean, each deck speaks to people in a totally different way. So this one's really, really, really light. Another one that I've used on a pretty regular basis is the Light Seers Tarot. For me, it's another one that is not too heavy, but not too light. I use it nearly as much as the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. My copy, and I just rode with it, I just kept it, came misprinted. You see the white on the side there? It wasn't aligned. And I decided that was okay. Why are there always... But I do love the imagery on this one. Here's the lovers reverse. The lovers can quite literally be, the lovers union. It can be an inner union of the divine masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. It can also be about choices. I think in the original drawings of it, I could be wrong, because I don't think I've ever seen a card, or I have any with this illustration, but no, that's incorrect. I do have one, but I don't have this deck over here because I don't use it often. But I don't know if that one's based off the Rider-Waite deck. But there's a female and two male figures, and it usually looks like the Emperor and the Hierophant. So it can be about choices. But it's beautiful. This absolutely, the artwork is beautiful. Here's the King of Cups. Very, very emotionally mature, in his power. Very empathetic. Leads with compassion. Then we have the World here. So here's an instance of the World card. Oftentimes in the World card you see different signs of the zodiac in the four corners. I can't off the top of my head think of what they are. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. I don't know. It's not coming to me. And then this one, I love the Devil. How beautiful is that Devil? And the Devil can often be about addictions, things you need to break free of, things holding you back, toxic patterns, toxic relationships. Like this one, you see the strings like a puppet, like you're attached to puppet strings. So for me, that's like your ego calling all the shots, or your things in your subconscious. I mean, that's the part where your ego comes from. Things in your subconscious that's making you act out without you really understanding why you're acting in those ways. You become a puppet to your shadow. But I can also view this as the Devil as it's one that I do view as willpower and enjoying. I think I hit the microphone. Enjoying your carnal nature. I don't think that our animalistic side is something that we should be ashamed of. It should be embraced, and you just don't need to be controlled by it. But we are here to experience the pleasures of being human. But yeah, these are beautiful. Look at this Queen of Pentacles. I love this card. If it'll focus. See, had my face. They're just so beautiful. And the Seven of Wands. I love this one because she has a protective light around her. So it's like, usually this card means your defenses are up and she's shielding herself. So I love this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Here's the Eight of Cups in this one. And you don't see 8 cups, but she's walking away. That's needing to walk away from something. And usually with the 8 of Cups, you're having a hard time letting it go. This is a beautiful strength card, if it'll focus. But yeah, it's another one. It's the Five of Pentacles. This one is about feeling like you're in a state of lack. But 5 is a number of transformation, change is coming. Numerology comes into play with this. But if you look at what I love about this one is you see the key. She has the key. It's right there. The key to her abundance is waiting for her to realize it's there. She has it. So it makes it, in some way, a really hopeful card. Yep. It's just, I love the artwork on this one. Again, it's not super deep or heavy, but it's not too light. So it's another, for me, it's another good one for on the regular everyday. I don't know how much I'll edit this because this is going to be a long video. We're already 23 minutes in. I had so many I was going to show. I might show 3 and make a part 2. So, since we've done 2 of my regular... Oh, well, that would make it 4. I was like, gonna do 1 more. Let's make it 3. Well, that was the 3rd. Since we've done a really light 2 regular everydays, I'm going to do what I find to be one of the heaviest that I have. I have enjoyed working with this one, but it has been a while since I have, because I've not felt pulled or called to it, and it also is not one that really resonates with the original meanings of the cards, so you really need to intuit with it. But I'll show you the imagery. The Hush Tarot. It is, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous in this one. But this is heavy shadow work for me. And I'll show you why. Let's see. You've got a lot of birds in it. Like, this is the Page of Wands, I believe. Let me see if I see a swords. Maybe. Yeah. This is the page. What would be the Page of Wands? The page, you have Page, Knight, Queen, and King. Those are the court cards in the minor arcana. These often, they can, now if you're not doing a self-reflection, or it could be somebody that was a part of, that's a part, it can be, I'm getting ahead of myself before completing my thought. It can be someone else in your life. Like, especially someone that's in your everyday that really has an effect on your mental state of being, if you let them, or your emotional, or you know, a parent or something, someone you grew up with that kind of formed your ego. The page, they are the young ones. They are the seekers and the students. They're learning. But this Page of Wands, I want you to look at how chaotic this is. There's a lot to intuit on, but it's a lot, and it can feel overwhelming. This is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is usually like a celebration. You know, celebration, coming together with like-minded people, community creation, creative projects with other people. But look at this Three of Cups. Then in the regular Three of Cups, you see usually three women dancing with 3 cups filled with wine or whatever. But look at this. Now, this is gorgeous. It's beautiful. The artwork is fantastic. But I don't know, maybe you see what I'm saying about it being not so easy to interpret the original meanings, or the textbook, and that there's a lot to take in on this, to intuit with. And there are some, like the Three of Cups is one that has always confused me in this deck. Anytime I've pulled this, I've been like, well, it looks like she's on a merry-go-round, for one thing. Even though you don't see the actual wheel, but I assume that's a goat. Is that a goat or a ram? I don't know. The animal she's on is on a pole, like a merry-go-round pole. But then you have a hare. It looks to be a hare and not a rabbit. I mean, if I sat with it for a minute, I would come up with something. But for me to look at this right now and I'm like, I got nothing. I might need to, because she's nude, I might need to cover that up, blur that out. Of course, if you're watching, it'll already be blurred. Here's the High Priestess in this deck. But see, the artwork is absolutely beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Let me see. Death in this one is gorgeous. And no, the Death card does not mean you're gonna die or somebody's gonna die. There's aspects in your life that needs to come to an end. Death and rebirth, I get a lot from the Death card. But, you know, a new you is being born. And in this, you do have eggs at the bottom that are unhatched to kind of signify the birth part of it. It's a beautiful card. 30 minutes and it cuts off. I have no clue where that cut off at. I'm going on to the next card that I was on when I looked up and realized it was not recording. This Page of Swords it's weird. It has a woman's head on a bird. Actually kind of a woman's chest as well. Yeah, it is a very unique deck. And I'm going to show the moon card, and that'll be it for today. But it's beautiful. I love this moon card. I think it's gorgeous. I love birds. I love birds, crows especially, but I love all birds. But it is a very, very beautiful card. There is one other that I use heavily for shadow work. That's called the Murder of Crows, and I'll talk about that one in the next video. We're gonna call this part 1 because this will be an hour-long video, and I don't know many people these days that have the attention span for that. So we'll keep it at maybe roughly 30 minutes. So that's already pushing it. But again, I will leave a link to these down below. The Hush Tarot, Cat Tarot, really great if you want something light. And then the Golden Art Nouveau and the Light Seers Tarot. These are great for general everyday. Of course, all this is my opinion from my preference, but that's what I found them good to be for. I had 4 more sitting here, actually a 5th, but the 5th one I haven't really used a whole lot because I'll mention this real quick. It's Kabbalistic tarot. There is a way to use the Kabbalah or the Tree of Life, or clip off. That would be the I guess the backside, the dark side of the tree. I have a very basic understanding of that, and it's not something I've worked a whole lot with, but it is another tool for self mastery. And I'll go ahead and show, but I'll show this in the next one, because again, I'm not too. And in the next one, I'll show the books that helped me. I'll go on and link those books so you can look down below, but I'll talk about them in the next video. Okay, I'm going to shut up. This is going to be a really long video. I hope this helped you, and, I hope it gives you a new modality, a new tool to work with on your healing journey, to understand what's going on in your psyche and emotionally, and it's really great for self-reflection and self-healing. So I don't know, if you like this video, give it a like, and if you think it'll help somebody share it with them, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.